Hey everybody, welcome to Test Chamber. We are looking at Puzzle and Dragons Z plus Puzzle and Dragons Super Mario Brothers Edition. I'm Kyle Hilliard. Jeff Cork is here.
You did it.
I did it.
Yeah,
I didn't stumble over my words or anything.
Nope.
I
did
didn't
when I
talk
said
over you at all.
No, we're really good at that.
So you reviewed this.
I did.
And you liked it, right?
I love it. I think it's super great.
Can you show me how it works to play it?
Well, I just so happen to have it right here.
Oh, there we
funny that
go.
you asked. Yeah, let's look at you got two games here, basically.
Yeah.
As you said in that really exhaustive reading of the title. Yeah, Puzzle and Dragons Z, which if you're familiar with Puzzle and Dragons in various forms, it's kind of the core game there, but it's got an overworld Pokemon style RPG kind of thing going on too.
Walk
around.
Is it special for the 3DS version? Is that the Z adds extra stuff or something?
That's true.
Okay, cool.
Yep. And then the Super Mario Brothers Edition, which
is like the main. I think that's the one.
I think that's the
one
draw.
I'm most interested in. Certainly.
Yeah. All right, so here I just tapped the touchscreen.
Cool. Good job.
Going to continue.
Good job. So far, so good.
Yep.
So it's a match 3 RPG with some Pokemon elements, right? Is kind of the quick pitch.
Yeah, I think that's a pretty fair way of doing it.
Okay.
So right here, I'll just very high level. We're at the very beginning of the game here, World 1-1, as you might expect.
Yeah.
There's a lot of information here. I don't know how deep we want to go, but I'll just kind of gloss over it really quickly. If you look at the bottom screen, there's the warp pipe, and it says warp. Above that, it says 3-color course. That means on this stage there are going to be 4 of the 6 orbs of normally. There's going to be the fire ones.
Okay.
There's going to be the water one, the life, like the little leaf. There aren't going to be light or dark ones here. So basically what I've done with that information is I've gone in, and you can go to the Toad House here, and you can create your teams. And I've gone in here and created a team here that you can see does not have any light or dark elements. So that means that all the guys that I'm attacking with from this roster will be outputting damage.
Okay, and these are like these cards, for lack of a better term. You've collected these through playing the game.
Yep. Okay. You have like 2 different types. There's the leader type, which are Mario or Luigi, and they basically have a leader skill, which you can see right now. Luigi here, he's got raises the attack and hit points of the wood team members by 1.5 times. And you've also got your allies, of which there are a ton, and let me see if I can.
Yeah, your scroll bar is pretty short there.
Yeah, it's
means
tiny.
There's a lot.
Yeah. But all kinds of little guys. And see, I've tailored those, as I said, to this 3-element course. So anyway.
Okay, cool. And those are like the type of attacks you can do. You kind of have like elemental attacks with these match 3.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, let's jump in. Let's play. Let's see what it looks like.
Play. So then what happens now is I've selected my team right here, and then it's going to ask me to have like my little helper. And these are the same guys, Mario and Yoshi and Toad. And they each have their own an active ability, whereas your leader skill is a kind of a passive bonus. I really like Blue Luigi's here. Where's
Yeah, it looks like, so you have all different types. You like a B Mario from Mario Galaxy and like.
Actually, Boo Mario. I'm sorry, is the same here. What this one does is basically if you have an attack that has more than 3, like a combo of 3 or more different types of orbs, it gets really complicated and weird. You do a whole bunch more damage. So basically, I'm going to do some more damage.
So if I just like to make similarly colored gems be next to each other so that they disappear and go away.
Yeah,
can I still have a good time with this game, or do you really need to get into that nitty-gritty stuff?
You're going to want to a certain point, because the very beginning here, you can go, oh, look, I'm just matching 3 flowers, and because there are so few types of colored orbs, you're bound to get a combo just accidentally more than anything else.
Okay.
The enemies are so weak on this first run that you're just going to blast right through them. But then you can get a little more complicated. Let's see.
So this guy, he has an ice symbol next to him, right? So does that mean you want to attack with fire?
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, no. With him, you want to use the light. You see there's a little triangle up at the top there.
I see.
So
Yeah,
water
yeah.
is strong against fire. Fire is strong against
Gotcha.
life.
Okay.
And then,
So you got a little rock, paper, scissors.
yeah,
To
exactly.
a certain
Yep.
degree. Okay. So that's Pokemon-esque as well. Mm-hmm. And it's worth noting, I guess, it's not like Bejeweled in the sense where you can just move it like one space over. You can move any tile to any point on the grid. Right?
Exactly. And right now, like as you see, I'm not doing anything. You have as much time as you want before you make your move. Once you like grab one of the orbs and start moving around, that's when the timer will count down.
Okay.
But right now, you've got like as much time as you want to kind of size up what you're against and to figure out what you want to do here. So
And the hearts give you health, right?
that's true.
Cool.
Yeah. But at this point, again, this is
Yeah, you haven't lost any yet.
super, super easy, so we don't have to worry about that so much.
And it looks like the way you move things will affect the grid as well. So you can use that to your advantage as well, right?
Yeah, because you're kind of displacing the orbs.
Yeah.
You know, it's not like you're just like swapping places. You can
Yeah.
kind of smashing them around.
You're sliding them as opposed to like picking them up and dropping
Exactly.
them, right? Okay.
Yeah. So again, I'll go into a harder level in a second because this is just like
Yeah.
very, very, very basic stuff.
Yeah,
so.
this is like what the second level or something like that, and you've been playing for quite a bit, so you've already unlocked some pretty powerful
Yeah.
dudes.
I totally blew that, but whatever.
So,
It'll
Cork,
be good enough.
you're like Mr. Match 3 in the office. Like we kind of look to you when we want to know if a game is good
Will
for
these
matching
gems
three
match?
things. Yes, exactly. Do these three things in my pocket go together, Jeff Cork? Is this a good match 3? Like you gave it a really good review,
Yeah,
so I think
this
you
is
like
great.
it quite a bit.
Yeah, absolutely. I've always liked Puzzle and Dragons, and I think this is just a really polished and well executed kind of variant of it.
Okay, and this is a good entry point, right? Like
Absolutely,
I
yeah.
think I dabbled in Puzzle and Dragons on iOS, but I kind of I deleted it pretty quickly.
Mm-hmm.
I think mostly because it was actually a really big file, which is not a great excuse for deleting a game. But yeah, just the Mario sort of aesthetic is really attractive for sure. Okay, so after taking out some of those easier levels, Cork jumped to level 5 here to kind of show where it gets a little tougher, because it is a tough game, right? It gets pretty tough near the end. For
Yeah,
sure.
definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Especially like you'll find that like you aren't if you don't have your team like optimized a little bit, you have to like you evolve your characters and everything. And
So this is what you're doing now, is you're making a new team like specifically to attack this level, right?
this is just a general team here that I would use. It's
Okay.
basically all the different orb types are represented here.
Okay. And you were saying, like, so you can kind of stick to a team. Like, it's a good idea to switch out, but if you want to just kind of level up one team, like, you can do that. It might not be the best way to approach the game, but it is. You can get pretty far that way.
Yeah.
Because that's kind of how I tend to play, like, Pokemon, is I like to just keep one team and get them really strong, you know? Okay, so what...
So let's see here. So this one might be okay.
Okay, a lot of things just matched up and disappeared.
Yeah. And again, with
I think you massacred those fish.
with the Boo Luigi helper, I like it because if you like maintain a variety of different colored orb matches, you do a ton more damage, but you don't do as much damage. Like if I were just to match a couple of like 4 or 5 stars, it would just do a very small amount of damage. So here I'm looking for something that'll get me at least like a dark type, a light type, and a leaf type, which is let's see.
It's also worth noting that the way you move the tiles around, it's not like you can just like move it one space. Like you actually slide the tile anywhere you want, and while you're sliding it, other pieces will get jostled and moved, so that you can actually use your time to slide things around to line up other matches, right?
Yeah, exactly. And you've got a pretty generous amount of time to match stuff up too. So it's not like
that's that little, like you were saying, the little meter in the left. Like once you move something, that's your timer,
Yep.
right? And that doesn't change throughout the game, right?
no. Some people, there are like some debuffs that will give you less time.
Okay.
Some enemies will use those, and also you can get like abilities that are unlocked that will give you a little bit more. Like some characters will have that.
Okay.
But I think the amount that you get by default is generous enough to the point where I don't think that you really need to like agonize over it.
Gotcha.
So like this one again, if you watch the damage pumping out, it'll go bounce, and then blam,
nice.
the numbers just multiply.
I like your sound effects
Blap, blap.
better than the games. Blap. The numbers will bounce. And
Yeah,
they'll
they
go
did
blap.
not consult with me. I was a little disappointed in that.
So why is that penguin sparkling? What's going on there?
That's just like a special type of orb that will do more damage when matched.
Okay.
So, and it also has a really nifty visual effect.
Yeah.
You know
But
what?
there's-
I don't want to deny you, so I will show you that amazing effect.
really?
I'm totally gonna botch this in the meantime, but
Oh, you're actually like pushing him over. Okay,
Yeah.
interesting. Well, that fish, she's pretty much done for anyway.
Yeah.
So.
they try to keep it dramatic. You can see like their health bar will occasionally, it looks like there's a tiny little sliver of health, and then it kind of pauses, and it's like, okay,
Just kidding. You killed him.
just kidding. So here's another thing too, where you get these pipes and you can choose kind of your path. So here, if if I make more blue matches, I'll take the little path to the left. The red ones, obviously, I'll go down the pipe. Sometimes there's
Oh.
like secret paths though, so I'll try to match things that aren't shown, because occasionally you will, like a little extra block will pop up.
Okay, so it's not. So it is kind of like a binary decision. Like you choose, but you choose by matching, doing.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay. As
Kyle-
opposed to saying, I want to go red pipe.
exactly.
Gotcha.
Kyle, what would you have us do?
I want to go red pipe.
Red pipe. Let's do it.
We did.
Ta-da.
It. I did it.
You did
I made that
This was
decision.
your choice.
It was like playing Infamous.
It really was. It's a rich moral system that's built into the game. Okay, so
You promised me those penguins. Oh, you got them. Okay. Cork, you're good at this.
that's the thing, is like so much. Like, there's obviously luck involved, but just enough skill to where like I really beat myself up if I like blow it. I'm like, oh,
Sure.
come on.
Well, I do like match 3 are just kind of like just by the nature of their design are really simple.
Mm-hmm.
So it's obviously Puzzle and Dragons isn't the first game to inject like RPG elements into a match 3, but this seems like it has like a lot more strategy with the way you can move tiles like as you place things. you
Yeah,
know?
absolutely. Yeah, that's why I like it at the core. Let's see.
Oh,
See, now
that's
this
weird.
is
Okay.
He's got some like an ink attack that kind of blacks things out. So
So if
you
you-
can scrub it, you got to go like that, but you waste a lot of time.
Oh, so if you have the board memorized though,
I don't know that
Is that-
anyone could ever do that.
is that good advice? Is that a good tip to memorize the board every
Memorize
time
the
you
board.
fight? Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
Do you have any good sort of higher level tips for the game, like in general, or is it just make sure
Just
things
kind of-
line up?
If you can dependably, and I've gotten better at it, like the more I play, if you can get the diagonal swoop thing is kind of annoying to pull off, but it's important. Now see what happened here. Now look, see the paratrooper, and then the
Boo
Luigi have bumped up because their skills are available. This is like a terrible time to do it because this guy isn't very difficult, but I'm going to use Luigi's ghost trick ability, which is one of the reasons I also keep him around, because he's great. So
Okay.
basically I've got 6 seconds here to do any kind of matches that I want.
Oh, okay. So this is like, so how do you access this ability? Just like you sort of build it up and then you can kind of launch it?
After a certain amount of turns, your characters can use their skills. I'll pop up the screen up in just a second here, so
Okay.
you can kind of see how that works. And that little thing means that I'm going to be getting a water type.
Okay. So that's how you
Once-
get new characters is they just get dropped. You're not like throwing Pokeballs at them,
Exactly.
so to speak. Okay.
So here you see the wing shell. I can use that here.
Okay, so all those numbers that were there, those are like number of turns
Yeah.
until you can use them?
Yeah.
Okay.
So here I just made a bunch of fire up here because I'm a wizard.
Yeah, you should really warn people when you do that in the office.
Yeah, you know. So this is actually a pretty decent attack because it'll have the 3 different types. And like that kind of strategy for the leader is something that I just happen to like. You don't need to do that at all. Like
Sure.
for instance, you could have gone into this one and thought, you know what, I'm going to be using the like life type attacks a whole bunch. So I'm going to find a leader that just creates more damage for those, you know, with the expectation that I'm going to be fighting a lot of these guys.
Gotcha.
And that's completely fine as well. There's some leaders will just shoot. Yeah, I specialize in one that is a real pain in the ass, actually.
And so it looks like you got some more special moves you can pull off
Yep,
too.
yep.
Oh, just about everybody can do theirs.
Yeah. Oh, I was not paying attention very well here, so yeah, let me show you what I got here. Ghost attack basically transforms all the orbs into firewood and dark
Okay.
orbs.
Which is good because the blooper doesn't like fire.
Yeah, and this is like almost certainly gonna give me. Oh wow, that was possibly the worst possible out. Like that's amazing that it was that.
Whatever, you
That
still
poor-
took him out.
Yeah, I think that was just a
You,
courtesy.
you,
like
you were kind of holding in your power.
it
You-
somehow it was like, this guy just totally blew it.
Okay.
You'll never believe what's going to happen next, Kyle.
Are we going to fight a boss?
We got a boss situation on our hands here.
Okay.
So,
Big Shell from Metal Gear Solid 2.
exactly. Yeah. That's never great.
So what does this one do? Changes?
This is going to turn dark and another type into hard orb, so you can see.
Cool.
Not a huge help there, but
All right.
there you go. You got your little blue penguin.
So the bosses, it's like 3 different characters, but they're all sharing one health bar, it looks like?
That's correct.
Holy moly.
So there you go.
Cork, you did it.
I done did it.
All right.
Yeah, this game's really, really, really fun.
Cool. And this, so our review is on the site, correct?
It is.
And you gave it a 9 out of 10?
That's correct. Yeah. And something that's nice about this, as opposed to like previous Puzzle and Dragons, other ones were free to play, right?
Mm-hmm.
And this one, even if you run out of lives, you have a certain number of, I think, 3 by default.
Mm-hmm.
And even if you run out, you're kicked back to the world map. But you keep any of the like this water block, for instance. I would still keep that even if I'd lost.
Gotcha. Okay, so it's approached almost more like a traditional non-free-to-play game, like you have lives. And okay,
Yeah,
cool.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that seems like the way to play this, for sure. Well, thanks for showing it off, Cork, and for, matching a bunch of gems and doing an awesome job killing Mario enemies.
They're orbs, Kyle. Come on.
Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry. Thank you. All right, thanks for watching, everybody.